Testing, seeing this working good. Seeing the music's too loud. Don't think it is. Sounds good. Sounds good. Alright, everybody, what's up, man? It's May 27th, 2020. 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're in New York. And once again, this is the Morning Beer Podcast. I'm your host, Deverell Davis. We're here again. We're doing the YouTube video and we're doing the national podcast all at once. So, people on my podcast, if you hearing things as far as me showing stuff, it's because I'll be doing YouTube video also. So don't think I'm crazy or anything. Anyway, it's pretty much I've been off this for a little while, and want to get back into the swing of things. It's been a while since I did a show. Not saying that I'm not doing this no more. Just been busy with life, and of course we've been in this quarantine situation worldwide. So I'm not the only one going through it. So with that, sometimes things get ahead of other things. I do have a full-time job that I do overnight, so it keeps me a little busy along with the working out and the fitness aspect of my life. And so sometimes I'm not able to do this as much as I want to, but I do want to do this more. I want to do this consistently, at least once a week if possible, and definitely it's up to me to make that happen. So we'll definitely make that happen, and definitely with the word of mouth and getting this out, we can get this podcast and this YouTube channel out to more people, and definitely be a blessing if you can help me out with that, people. So anyway, today's topic is pretty much not going to be one specific thing. It's going to be a few different things. It's a Tuesday, it's a Wednesday, middle of the week, so a lot of things happen from now and the last time we spoke. So we're gonna go ahead and just pretty much talk about most things. I have a new addition to the family. I got a new little puppy. His name is B-R-O. He's a Beagle Chihuahua mix, and he's somewhere running around here. I want to kind of show him to the YouTube watchers, but he's over there. I want to make his little podcast debut, but he's running around. So anyway, you might hear him barking in the background. You might hear him moaning or crying, but that's my little puppy. He's only about 14 weeks old. Definitely a ball of energy. Definitely a blessing. Chihuahua Beagle mix. He's about 4 pounds right now. I don't know how much bigger he's going to get. They say he might get up to 10 pounds, 15, at the most 20, I guess. But I doubt that he's going to get that big. The way he's growing, he's only 4. He's a little thing. He's a little shrimp. But anyway, where we at? Oh, here he is. Come here. Come here. Hi. Come here. He's being stubborn. He doesn't want to be seen. He doesn't want no pictures. So anyway, we're into this quarantine thing where I don't know, man. They say we're nearing the end in New York. They said we're like things are gonna open back up in June. My son lives down in Georgia, right outside of Atlanta, and he told me a lot of things open up down there. I do have a 21-year-old son. He's big, tall, young man. Anyway, he said a lot of things opening up down there. For the most part, they're I don't want to say back to normal life. But I do say they're back to having some things given back to them, some liberties given back to them somehow, some way, gyms, other things like that. They're in phase 2, whichever way they want to do these phases or whatever. I don't really know. I really don't watch certain things, and it's a personal choice. I don't watch news and stuff like that. I just don't. If you want to call it irresponsible, please, by all means, that's up to you. Don't judge me, but I do believe we are misled by a lot of what you guys put a lot of stake into as far as the media and I'd rather not. But anyway, he said a lot of things are opening back up. I asked him today, got a little update on certain things. And he said a lot of things open back up. For the most part, for us, I think it's going to be more like mid-June. The major thing in my life, of course, is the gym. And that's going to be one of our topics today, fitness-wise, fitness-related. What are you doing to stay physically fit, mentally fit, and physically fit? So, give you a little bit of tips, tell you certain things. I'm saying my methods are the best methods in the world, or the methods you should live by. This is what I live by. So you need to make the individual choice for yourself, what works for you. I know what works for me, but anyway, I'm hearing gyms and stuff for June 15th. I think they stretched quarantine and social distancing to June 15th. I'm not trying to give misinformation, but these are the little things I heard. But they seems like things are going to open up soon. They're the social distancing and stuff like that. They kind of like being a little bit more lenient with it. So by all means, keep your I've been out there outside getting my physical fitness on in the parks and close to we're close to the water by the Hudson River over here, so we do have places near the water where we get a lot of space to do whatever you have to do. So I've been going there and I've been getting it as much as I have to. So that leads me to my topic today. What are you doing? So I put it like this. I made a statement on my Instagram channel, in my last post I made on my Instagram post I put up, that you shouldn't allow a hiccup like this. I'm talking to only the fitness people, really, and maybe even this is a life lesson for most people too. You shouldn't allow a hiccup like this to stop you from obtaining your goals, or keeping your goals, or maintaining your goals, or maintaining what you had going on before. Because you, let's say for instance somebody's trying to lose weight. This is not something that should stop you from still doing it. I'm a personal trainer, been a personal trainer for over 10 years. Besides what I do now, I was a personal trainer in New York City, and up here, I'm not so much a personal trainer. I only have a handful of clients, not doing it full-time basis, but I do it enough, and I did it enough in my life to know what's needed to get to where you have to get, and what type of mentality you need to have in order to get where you need to get. So, with that being said, if you allow this to stop you from getting what you have to get, of course, yeah, you can't go to the gym. You're mostly relegated to at-home workouts. You're mostly relegated to at park or outside or in the garage or wherever you can get it. To be honest with you, in order to get fitness, all you need is space and your body. That's all you need. You don't need equipment. You don't need a gym. You need you. You need the drive. You need a commitment. You need a want and a desire, along with space, all right, to get what you need to get. I wish I had the tools that they have now when I was younger, as far as going on Google or going on YouTube to find a way to get an at-home workout. Different methods to get an at-home workout. How to use the body, how to learn how to use the body. I mean, it's fine if you get some resistance bands, whatever else. Maybe a little, whatever you can get. If you even get a bar or a few dumbbells, that's fine. I'm not telling you not to do that. Please incorporate that into whatever you're doing at home or whatever you're doing outside, because I definitely do. But you have to be versatile enough in your fitness repertoire in order to get wherever you need to get. You need to go on YouTube. I'll be honest with you. As a personal trainer, we could be a little bit overrated. As far as knowledge-wise. Yes, we're there to help with motivation. And some of us don't even do the best job at that, because I've seen some of y'all training methods and the dry blandness and the unable to connect with your client. It's going to happen. I even had those times where I couldn't connect with my client because it's just a disconnect there. We're just not going to do it. And, you know, I advise them to move on. You know, and it's totally fine. At the end of the day, it's not mainly about the money, even though it is about the money because it is your job. But I do want my clients to succeed at their goals. I'm goal driven in that aspect. Like I am here to supply you with my expertise in this field and help you out as much as possible with you obtaining your fitness goals and needs. And if we can't do that and I see it's not clicking, I'm getting a check from you, but at the end of the day, it's cringy. We could move on. We could like go in different, you know, if our personalities clash. But yes, we're good for motivation if you're able to connect with your client that way. But you, in this quarantine now where you have to depend on yourself, you should learn or use this time to learn how to depend on yourself. Learn how to self-motivate. Learn how to, boom, I'm going to push myself today. I'm going to get up. I did 50 yesterday of whatever, squats, burpees, push-ups, whatever. I'm going to do maybe 55. And you know what? Let's remove that word maybe. I'm going to do 55. I'm going to do 60. I'm going to do 75. F that. I'm going to do 100. You got to get stronger, people. It's no excuse in my book right now. Because especially if you're stuck at home and let's say you got like 10 feet to play with, use that 10 feet to learn how to exercise on your own. Learn how to motivate yourself. One thing that's gone now is that commute. So whatever your commute was, your commute time, you should use that time to get a workout in if you have no time at all. Learn how to learn how to use your time wisely in order to get your goals and reach your goals. If your commute time is no longer a thing that you have to worry about, that's when you should be working out and catching that money, getting that goal, and add it on to whatever workout time that you used to do before. Go on YouTube. Look at a channel that will help you with home workouts. Follow that person. Learn how to use your body correctly. There's no excuses in my book. I think this is a perfect time for you to become better at your fitness goals and needs. Now, mind you, I don't have a gym. I haven't had a gym for 2 months. Haven't had my own gym because I used to, when I was married and we had a house together, I had my own little gym in the basement, but I don't have that luxury no more, living in an apartment, and my apartment doesn't have a gym in it. But one thing I know, I turned myself into a gym. I knew how to do certain exercises with body weight alone, or with minimal equipment, or with bands, or with creativity and diversity in my workouts. Wasn't afraid to try different and new things. And a lot of guys get into that mold like, hey, listen, I can't do this. A lot of people are dependent on only working out in a gym or working out with weights. No, you have to be able to learn how to move on from that. This is what the hand you was dealt right now, okay? I changed the game. I changed the game right now. You gotta be diverse in your repertoire, in your fitness journey. You gotta be able to Think on your toes, move on your toes. All right, switch it up. Even in the gym itself, when the gym is open and you have a goal, a plan when you go in there. All right, I'm going to use the bench when I'm going there. I have to get 5 sets of chest press, French press, whatever. And then you go in there and you can't get on the bench. No matter how long you wait, you're just not getting that bench. What you going to do? You have to be able to think on your toes and move on into something different and just change it up. A lot of people just don't do it, or can't do it, or don't have that skill, or just stuck in. So these are the people that's losing the games. Unless you have an injury, unless you're homeless, or in a weird situation, you can't give me an excuse that tells me, hey, listen, I'm losing all my gains. I gained back all the weight. I lost all the pump. I tell you what, I'm a hard gainer. A lot of things come down to me not eating as best as possible, because at the end of the day, I'm going to work out. That's mandatory. I'm at least going to get 45 minutes to an hour in at the very minimum. Be it once or twice a day. But I'm going to get that in, the physical part of it. Now with the quarantine, I've been able to focus more on my nutrition, eating a little bit more, resting more, sleeping more, being more refreshed, working on stretching, working on recovery more. Things that I neglected. Excuse me. I even went as far, right? And this is another thing that changed recently. This is the last time we spoke. If you follow me on Instagram, you will see. And I'm going to give you my Instagram at the end of this, but my 3 Instagrams, that's another thing now. I have 3 Instagrams instead of the one that I had since last time we spoke. So we're in the month of May, and for May 1st, I came up with the choice that I want to not drink beer, okay? No beer. This is the Morning Beer Podcast. This is the Morning Beer Podcast. And my podcast viewers are not seeing this, but my YouTube viewers are seeing this. I have my hold my beer and just watch this koozie, which I normally keep my beers in, right? Keep it nice, cool, and refresh. It is empty. Usually when I start this show off, you hear me cracking open a beer. But today, there is no beer to be cracked open. For I have chosen the month of May to refrain and stay away from beers and wine and all other alcoholic beverages, adult beverages, for the whole entire month of May. Will I go back June 1st? I might have a beer or two. My girlfriend's birthday is May 31st. She doesn't drink at all, but I might want to drink something to celebrate her 32nd birthday. The day after, on June 1st. Yeah. So the reason why I did this, I said I wanted to work on. I was getting the gut, of course, from all that sugar from the beer and all the alcoholic sugar. So I'm like, listen. Boom, I'm going to just bite the bullet, no more beers, and I'm going to just pretty much get my abs back. But you know what? It was, it's worth the sacrifice. Getting the 6-pack back, getting the belly looking better, removing the belly fat. I'm going to be 40 this year. When I pass, I want to be a sexy corpse. I look up to my guy, Herschel Walker. Ex-NFL player, MMA fighter. Ex-MMA fighter, I think, by now. I think he doesn't really fight no more. This guy is a phenomenal testament to the will of somebody that's driven and hard worker. And I kind of put myself in that category. I feel like I am. Don't want to don't want to. I leave that in judgment of other people. Then you know what? I'm not even going to say I am. I know my goal at the end of the day is to always outwork any person in the room, even if I'm the only person in the room. Hey, I'm going to push myself if I have to push myself by myself. This is amino acid, by the way, for my YouTube viewers. I'm sipping on amino acid, which is, the building block, BCAAs and stuff like that. I think it has a little glutamine in it for recovery. Like I said, I've been working on my recovery and my nutrition, supplementing correctly, stuff like that. But going back to that, I want to remain at an older age. I want to get in phenomenal physical shape. I'm in, for the most part, a lot of people tell me I'm in great shape. Go on my Instagram, you judge for yourself. 6'3", 230 pounds, 30 plus pounds. My goal is to get to 240 this bulking season, but of course, it was ended quickly. I wanted to cut in April and May, which I got to do a little bit with the no beers in May. But I still was bulking when the quarantine started in March, so didn't finish getting to bulk to my maximum goal, which was 240. Got to 233, stayed there around the time, kind of plateaued over there. But my guess was, all right, 2 months into this quarantine without a gym, I haven't stepped on the scale since the last being in a gym, and I tapped out 233, right? So then, what was it? It was like, I'm just watching my dog, my new pup, take his toys out of his toy chest. He has a little toy chest, and he climbed up in it and pulled out a toy that he wanted. So it's kind of amazing. All right. So anyway, right, I couldn't get to 240 by the time I didn't even get to reach the time that I wanted to, but I couldn't get to 240. So I said to myself, I'm not checking my weight this whole time, but something said to myself, I went to, I seen a scale last week, and I was like, you know what, F it, I feel pumped, I feel good. Only hope that you got down to 215. Pray that it's not below that. Pray that, while being in the gym, you only lost a handful of weight, maybe 10 pounds, maybe whatever. Stay in the range of 215, 225. That was my goal in this quarantine. Stay into the range of 215, 235, 225. If you did that, you're good. When you get back in there, you go in there and kick ass and put on 10 more pounds of muscle or whatever. Right? So, I assumed the worst and hoped for the best, right? So I weighed myself. When I got on that scale, 2 months into the quarantine, 2 months being outside of this gym, 2 months of not working out the way I normally work out, right? What did the scale say? Mind you, this is the same scale I used when I was in the gym. The scale said 233 on the dot. So I maintained correctly this whole quarantine by knowledge of knowing how to work out outside of the gym. Going to the park, doing the pull-ups, using chains as weights to give me some type of resistance, using resistance bands. Willing myself. Now, me and my boy, one of my clients, he's 17 years old, football player. He's going to Coppin State this upcoming school year, graduating from high school. We have two 50-pound dumbbells, a pair of 50-pound dumbbells, a pair of 30-pound dumbbells, and a bar along with some weights. Hold on 1 second. My dog's peeing in the pad. Good boy. Come here. Good job. I have to. YouTube viewers get to see him. This is bro right here. Mwah. Good boy. Say hi. Say hi. Bark or something. You're right on the mic. Anyway, he made his podcast debut and his YouTube debut. All right, baby. Go back. All right. So we had we had limited weights, right? But we knew how to work out with those weights. We knew how to do different things. We never replicated the same workout back-to-back times, or every day was something different to keep our muscles confused. If you go on my Instagram, you will see that. So what we did, we kept the muscles confused and we kept the muscles growing. We kept the weight on. We didn't lose weight as much as we anticipated, or any at all. He even, I think, maintained. He didn't check his weight as of yet, but he maintained. You could see the mass in his body structure, and it looks good. So with that, what are you doing to maintain? What are you doing to still reach your goals? I'm 7 pounds off my goal of 240, and I expect to be this heavy in the summer, which is awesome. I'm happy to be in 230. So I wanted to be 230 cut and trimmed and ripped. Of course, I'm not getting the compound movements. I'm not getting the bench as much. I'm not getting, if at all, not getting the deadlifts, the squats in and stuff like that. But it's okay, because I'm doing other things, other accessories, other methods so when I go back, I'm ready to attack. Maybe not the first. So I have a plan for when I go back. And this is what I'm going to notice with a lot of people. A lot of people don't lift with egos going back. And please, by all means, go ahead, lift with egos, because now you're going to just leave the gym open for myself and other people that's not going to lift with egos. Go ahead, injure yourself. But I take that back. I'm just joking. I don't want nobody to injure themselves. I want you to work out smart and smarter than you ever did before, because this is a little bit different than the norm. Please don't go in there lifting heavy. I advise don't go in there with the, if you wasn't maintaining as much as possible, doing accessories and stuff like that, staying stronger in the smaller muscle groups and stuff like that. Don't go in there lifting and doing the heavy compound movements right off the bat, right off the first week or two. My goal, my plan is to not do the heavy compound movements till my body's prepped and ready for it. So I'm pretty, I adapt quickly, so I'm giving myself 2 weeks before I go into a heavy bench, before I go into a heavy deadlift, a heavy squat, a heavy military press. I've still been doing military presses with the bar that we have. Not as heavy as I normally do, but don't go into the heavy rows. I think if you and I'm not even gonna go heavy when I say I start back up with these things. It's gonna be a gradual progression. I plan to go more on the lighter side of things, higher reps. Cut up some more. Then by then, week 2, week 3, hypertrophy would be my goal. I did want to do a 5x5 before I get back into true certain things. A 5x5 for a few weeks. I do have some other things I want to venture into. I want to gain back some flexibility. I think I want to do yoga. And believe it or not, as much as I'm against CrossFit, I was a former athlete, football, baseball player. I do want to get back into some form of athleticism. I think what's a choice I'm making is to get into CrossFit at least once a week. guided more so, where I'm not doing anything incorrectly. I don't like incorrect form. I'm not a fan of that at all. But I want to do something that's based on CrossFit and the movement and the running around, stuff like that. I'm only limited to once a week, more so than doing this as a full-time thing. It's not really my thing, but I want to incorporate it in. So my plan when I do my 5x5 is to get the 5x5 Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, those 3 days out the week. Incorporate CrossFit either Tuesday, Thursday, or Saturday, because I work out 6 days a week. I have Sunday as my rest day. Excuse me, I had to yawn for a minute. A little tired. I don't know if it's this Erykah Badu beat, but it had me a little bit sleepy. But anyway, I want to get that in. I want to incorporate that in one day. Then I want to get the yoga in one day. So that'll cover 5 days right there. Then on the 6th day, I want to get some MMA. And the MMA of choice is actually Glima, which is Nordic or more Viking based MMA, which is more grappling and mat stuff, quick striking, with the Krav Maga also for self-defense. So that's my 6-day plan going back when I go back to the 5x5. First, I'm going to start back in the gym for a few weeks before I implement that plan. It's what was I gonna say? Okay, so the Glima. So I mean, if you look at my my Instagrams, I call myself the Black Viking, the BLK Viking. The reason for that is because I'm going to get into Viking MMA. If anybody was ever wondering why I call myself that, it's not the beard. It's not what I do fitness-wise. It's because I'm doing Viking MMA. Alright, so I'm going to hit you with my Instagram right now because I keep shouting it out, but I don't really tell you what it is. So the first one is at The Cult of Fitness Show. At The Cult, TheCult, of Fitness, FITNESS, Show, SHOW. So that's 3 S's. At The Cult of Fitness Show. That's the first one. That's all fitness and stuff like that. Maybe a little bit more personal stuff here and there. I really try to keep my stuff limited as far as my personal life besides fitness. Then my other one, my new one I made within the last month or so was more with my outside workouts and stuff like that, what I've been doing since the quarantine's been going on. Since some people on my page had a problem with me working out outside. So I made this one for the people that's not as sensitive to that situation. A little bit more understanding and a little bit I keep that thought to myself. But anyway, the other one is called the ultimate cheat code. So that's at THE ultimate cheat CHEAT code CODE, the ultimate cheat code. All right. The reason why I say that because I have some friends that watched me worked out before, and they said I'm like a damn cheat code on a video game. So, all right, I'll roll with that. I like that nickname, so I went with that too. My other one is a little bit more. I'm at this. Hold on 1 second. I gotta read this text that came in. Bear with me. Might have to go pick up something. So, My next one is Watch Dev Sleep. Okay, it's at Watch Dev Sleep. The reason why it's called that, funny story, I fall asleep a lot. The reason why I call that is because I do fall asleep a lot doing I'm tired half the time. I work myself out to the bone, working out, and then I work overnights. So sometimes I'm here chilling with my girl, or we could be somewhere else, and I fall asleep. So she actually film me or tape me sleeping, or record me, or take a picture of me sleeping, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm caught. So there's a ton of pictures. I think it's over 200 pictures. So I have them, and I pretty much made a page of me just sleeping and have my mouth open and just like knocked out. So that's another page, a little bit more on the funnier side. So that's what I do. But people, we want to keep this short. I didn't get to touch on everything I wanted to touch on, but I mean, there's always tomorrow, right? Knock on wood. But usually I like to stretch this up to 50 minutes or so. But we'll keep at 36, 40 minutes today. Please follow me on those Instagrams I just named, I just mentioned to you. See a lot more about what I'm talking about. It's definitely it's definitely the only way to socialize now, I guess, right? Also, follow me on YouTube. Subscribe, like, tell a friend, comment below, leave a message, ask me questions, fitness related, anything you want to talk about. I feel I'm versatile enough to talk about anything else. So by all means, leave comment or whatever. Maybe it's a topic that you want to speak about. We could definitely do that. Of course, the Instagram, the YouTube, and the podcast is the Morning Beer Podcast. So you can follow me on that. And tell a friend, man. Get the word out, man. Need some more subscribers, some more viewers. It's if it's something that you liked, definitely pass it on to the next person. Anyway, I was Deverell Davis, and I still am Deverell Davis, the Black Viking. All right, hit me up later, man. Peace, y'all.